We're here with Yves de Boisverdon, the Baron of Wine. Yves, can you tell us about the Ultimate Wine Fantasy Experience?
Sure. The idea of the Wine Fantasy Experience came about because I've been a wine merchant for about 10 years, exporting wines of France, Spain, Italy, and Germany. And I still have a lot of friends who own these beautiful and exclusive vineyards in France or in these other countries. So the idea was to bring my friends from here to my friends over there, so that they can meet the culture of about wine and how beautiful it is, and you know, meet the French culture.
So can you tell people what they could expect on this trip?
It will be a week-long trip going from Bordeaux to Burgundy and Paris. We were going to beautiful hotels. We're going to be staying in beautiful hotels, first-class hotels, and every day we will have wine tasting in chateaus or beautiful vineyards, and meet a lot of people and ask all the questions we want. And the first day we will be in Bordeaux, in the region of Pomerol and Saint-Emilion. Wine tasting, visit of chateau, lunch in the beautiful 14th century city of Saint-Emilion. And then in the afternoon we'll fly by helicopter from Saint-Emilion to Lot-et-Garonne, which is the Armagnac country. And there we will have dinner at Friends of Mine in their beautiful 18th century dining room. Actually, the chateau dates back from the 14th century. It's fantastic. You'll love it. And you'll love them too. Then the next day, of course, we fly back to Bordeaux the same night after dinner. And then the next day we go to Médoc, which is the region north of Bordeaux, with the beautiful appellation of Margaux, Saint-Julien, Pauillac, and Saint-Estèphe. We'll have lunch in a beautiful chateau there. And in the afternoon, we come back to Bordeaux, where you can visit the beautiful 18th century city, stroll around, shopping, or going to cafes and in the old city. It is beautiful. The next morning, we fly private plane from Bordeaux to Lyon. Bordeaux is more on the Atlantic side of France. Lyon is more on the Alps side of France. When we get to Lyon with this private plane, we drive up to Beaujolais, and we will have lunch and visit one of the most beautiful chateaux of Beaujolais, if not from France. And from there, after lunch, we'll drive a short drive up to Burgundy, visit Pommard and Meursault, and then settle in the city of Beaune, which is the 14th century city in the heart of Burgundy. The next day, we'll visit all the great growths of Burgundy, the Côte d'Or, the Golden Coast, and we'll see why they call it the terroir. The soil makes the vineyards so different. And then, from Gevrey-Chambertin down to Canton-Charlemagne. In the afternoon, we will have a wine tasting at a wine merchant's friend of mine, which is one of the oldest wine merchants in Burgundy. Then, the next day, we ride the bullet train to Paris.
You can't go to France without visiting Paris.
You cannot go to France without visiting Paris. So it's an hour and a half train ride. We'll be in the center of Paris in a beautiful hotel. And of course, we will have to go to my friends again to have a glass of champagne because they want to meet you. And I'm sure you will want to meet them. And of course, we will have dinner at the Michelin star on top of the Eiffel Tower. This is going to be beautiful. And then the next morning, we will have brunch in the house of friends of mine in the center of Paris. And then we'll say goodbye.
Well, it sounds like you're bringing your friends from Gratefully Yours and their friends and colleagues from Vancouver,
yes,
to your friends and family in France.
Absolutely, because some people want a customized trip. And Gratefully Yours in Vancouver is offering this customized trip to their customers. And we're very happy to do that with them. And I think it's going to be beautiful to be able to accommodate different kind of experiences. And so I'm sure, I really hope to see you with me on these trips. And my wife, of course, will be with us, and my American wife. And we will have a lot of fun, learn a lot about wine. Of course, you'll become very knowledgeable in wine, but also French culture, architecture, and a lot of people.
How can people get a hold of you?
The best way would be the website, www.theultimatewinetrip.com.
Sounds great.
It is great, and I can't wait to have you with me on these trips. In the meantime, à votre santé. Au revoir. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.